Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about some things that I did not know about pregnancy. While I do that, I'm also going to be giving my skin, a reboot, get rejuvenated because it's screaming right now. Before I start, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure you like this video. I also will be linking the products that I use on my face in the description box just in case. So one thing that I really did not know about being pregnant was with the morning sickness. They call it morning sickness, but it lasts all day long, sometimes not even in the morning. I used to be so sick that I would eat a whole plate of food, and then as soon as I finished the plate of food, I would throw it out. And it would be like dinner time and things that I know that I love, or even if it was something that I craved, I would throw it out. And I don't know why they call it morning sickness, because sometimes that stuff don't even happen in the morning. I don't know why people tell you oh, you want to gain weight, you can get pregnant. That's not true. People say that you lose weight. I actually lost weight. I lost a lot of weight. I mean, I gained it all back and then some, but I lost a lot of weight. Another thing I feel like I wish I knew that I know now is that after you give birth and you're breastfeeding, your boobs are a completely different size. Each of them, they're two different cup sizes, and it's hilarious. Another thing that I really didn't know, when I first found out that I was pregnant, I broke out in a rash all over my body. A rash. I don't know what it is. You can get acne. I broke out in this rash all over my skin. I thought it was something wrong, but apparently a rash and acne is super normal. Something that just can happen, I guess, with all the different hormones going through your body. I broke out in a rash. Was on my face, on my back. It's crazy. Something else they don't tell you is that you can be really have a lot of trouble going to the bathroom, and you can be constipated often, almost every day. And that's one of the reasons why you have to drink so much water when you're pregnant. But that's something that they don't talk about enough. I feel like that's something that I was not expecting to happen at all, and it's super uncomfortable, and people need to talk about it. Not everybody's pregnancy is the same. One of the things I was expecting to happen that never happened was I was expecting my nose to spread, I was expecting my feet to swell, I was expecting to gain a ton of weight, and none of that happened. None of that happened. I was so small that they didn't even think that my son was going to be born the size that he was born at first. They kept telling me I measured small and that he might be a small baby and all this stuff, and he came out more than 6 pounds. Another thing I feel like they don't tell you about is you can get insomnia and have a lot of trouble sleeping, and not necessarily because of you have this huge stomach. I would get insomnia so bad that I wasn't even able to sleep good at night. And then you got everybody telling you, oh, get some sleep because this might be the last time you get good sleep and all this stuff before the baby comes. And it's yeah, okay, I would love to sleep, but I can't. So what am I supposed what do you want me to do? Another thing I feel they don't talk about enough is not everybody gets stretch marks. I didn't get any stretch marks, but somebody else might get stretch marks when they're pregnant. Not every pregnancy is the same. So a lot of the things that I feel they tell you will happen probably won't happen to you. One thing I wish that I would have known, I wish I knew that how painful breastfeeding is in the beginning. The first week, the first 2 weeks, I understand why some women say they can't do it and they quit, because it hurts. They don't tell you that it's how uncomfortable it is in the beginning. It hurt so bad it made my toes curl up. And I questioned, I was I don't know if I could do this. But it doesn't hurt forever. Like it just, I think it hurts like that because like your milk is coming in, but y'all, it hurt. Another thing I feel like they don't tell you enough about is like how smooth a labor and delivery can actually go. Like oftentimes I feel like everybody just talks about the stuff that can go wrong and all the things that go wrong with labor and delivery and giving birth in hospitals and stuff, but they don't give enough credit to the things that are getting done correctly and can help your labor and delivery be like as easy as 1, 2, 3. Something else I feel like they don't talk about enough is the feeling of congestion. Like you can just be like, I'll say for my first trimester, like my whole first trimester, even into the 3rd trimester, like I was so congested that I even thought I caught a cold for like a couple of days while I was pregnant. And that's apparently, being congested is something that can happen to you when you're pregnant. Another thing that nobody really told me about was that when you're pregnant, as early as like 14, 15 weeks, your boobs can leak out like the early milk, which is called the colostrum. And I did not know that. I had bras that did not have like pads in them, and you will leak through your shirt. Like, not everybody, but it's possible for like you to be pregnant, and it's something that will happen. Another thing I feel like you probably really didn't know was that your mouth can have a lot of saliva in it, and that can either be due to the fact that you're probably nauseous all the time, because again, morning sickness can last all day. But yeah, your mouth can have like an excessive amount of saliva in it, and it is so gross. Another thing that I really wasn't expecting, you're gonna have everybody in your ear telling you all these things and giving you all this advice that you did not ask for. You do not have to take the advice. Like, everybody always has something to say and wants to be the one to say they showed you this, and but you don't have to take advice from anybody if you don't want to. Like, and like I said, not everybody's pregnancy is the same. What happened to you during pregnancy may not happen to someone else. Another thing that you probably don't know is that you can have a birth plan all you want. 9 times out of 10, how you plan for your birth to go down is not how it's gonna go down. Like, I had a plan, and first of all, my whole birth plan, that all got thrown out the window when we went into a pandemic, so that's number 1. But like, a lot of the things I planned on doing, having there with me, being present there with me, is just not the way that it happened at all. Like, I gave birth, it was the middle of the night, you know? So I guess like, it's good to have a plan, but don't expect to, you know, do it step by step just like that, because it's probably not gonna be like that. Sorry. Something else I wish I knew about being pregnant was all the things that there's things that you know that you can't do anymore. Like, there's certain things that you can't eat anymore either, and I really was not prepared for that. Like, you can't have cold sandwiches, like, and you can't have too much coffee. Like, I didn't know that I couldn't drink coffee. I was still drinking coffee, but only like a small cup, and not every day. But you can do that, but you can't like exceed, supposedly you can't exceed more than like 1 cup or whatever. And you can't have cold sandwiches. Like, it's always gotta be heated up. I prefer my sandwiches hot anyways, but like a sandwich from the deli. But you know, sometimes you want a cold sandwich. I also feel like they really underestimate how hard it is to just get up from sitting down or laying in bed. Getting out of bed was probably the hardest thing in the world to do. Like, once your belly pokes out and it gets really heavy, getting out of bed is probably something you'll never want to do. Like, and having to get up and use the bathroom in the middle of the night was the worst because everybody's asleep. I'm trying to, you know, get out of bed. And just sitting up was a task, like, especially if you have a soft mattress. Having a soft mattress is probably something you want to change if you plan on getting pregnant, just because a firmer mattress is easier to get up off of. If you have a soft mattress, you're gonna be like rolling and rolling just trying to get off that bed because it's so hard. You're gonna need, like, you'll need help. Something else I didn't know that I wish I knew in advance, the pain that you feel, like, right in between your legs and your pelvis. Like, it hurt so bad. If you sit down too long, if you stand too long, if you do anything for like too long, for more than 10-15 minutes, the pain that you feel right there hurts so bad, like to the point where I feel like I couldn't walk, I couldn't stand or sit or do anything. Like, and I don't know what would help. Like, I would get on the yoga ball, that would help like a little bit, but that pain hurt a lot. Even from sleeping, like, I would be asleep all night, wake up in the morning and feel that pain. Like, I don't know, I would feel that pain and I wouldn't know how to make it stop. Another thing that they don't really tell you about, they do tell you about, but I don't think you really like are prepared for like how emotional you actually become. Like, I cried over food. I cried to my partner for him to buy me some oxtails. For some reason, while I was pregnant, we decided we were gonna watch Grey's Anatomy from season 1, and that probably was the biggest mistake we ever made because I was an emotional wreck while I was pregnant, and I literally would cry every single episode for any little thing. Like, don't ever do that when you get pregnant. Do not watch Grey's Anatomy. That is the worst thing you could possibly do. Another thing they don't really talk about enough was like after having the baby, like how much your hair really will shed. But it's like hair that when you're pregnant, your hair grows super fast, super long, it's super shiny, and it looks so healthy from all the vitamins and all the extra hormones that you have in your body. And then you give birth and all that stuff goes away, and all the hair that never shed and broke off, because you're really supposed to shed like 1,000 hairs a day. 9 months of your hair just being perfect, it goes down the drain. You start to shed a whole bunch of hair, and it can get really scary, but it grows back. So that's it for my video today. I don't have any more things on my list. Leave a comment below if you have another question. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you are not subscribed. If you haven't had a chance to check out my previous video, make sure you do that. Links are in the description box. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.